guys, welcome back to the retro room. What we have here is the venerable Antec 902, named such because it has 9 5¼ inch bays across the front, top to bottom. This has these bays. There's a bay in each of these bottom 6 spots. It's a cage that pulls out and put hard drives in. I think for this build we're not going to be able to use one of these, so we will set that aside. Now we're going to need to get these off of here, which are just held on by little screws right here it's on both sides. That holds the these front bay covers on. They don't snap in like some other cases. And there's a 5¼ to 3½ inch bay adapter stuffed in there. It was just in with one screw. But this came with the case too. We will need that. We'll leave this bay in there, but these other two we will take out. Get this down like this. This is an ATX case, full size. Power supply is down here. This case did not come with a power supply, but that one matches the color. We'll look at that in more detail here in just a moment. This case, well, there goes one of those. They just pop out after you get the screws out. One of them fell right into my lap. Okay, here on top, since I don't have any more of these fronts, I think we'll use one of these. It's a black colored, it's plastic, it's from StarTech. Same sort of deal. 3½ inch, well, 5¼ to 3½ inch adapter plate with the front opening. This one is black in color to match the rest of the motif. And we'll put the Gotek right in front there. I think we'll slide this in from the front, because that fits a lot better. Fits flush up with the front of that adapter bay. All right, let's find some screws to screw him down. This is, or I guess was, my bench Gotek, but not anymore. The one that's in the 386 machine behind me will become my new bench Gotek. Trying to screw a trying to screw a case screw drive screws into plastic. So this is really just to hold him down. You know, keep him from rattling around too much while he's in the case. We'll put one more on the other side. Or why not here in the bottom? Yeah. I chose that on bottom because there's, I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's quite a bit of space between the mounting holes there and the GoTech itself. This can go in this topmost spot. I believe this takes the fine threaded drive screws. Stand up and have a look. This thing is all plastic though. We get all the drives mounted on this side first. Much like that. That'll need let's move him around a bit. See if we can't tighten him in. Much better. Okay. Now for this one, this is the floppy drive we tested with. But I think for this motif, I'd rather have a black fronted floppy drive. All right, I found one. Black in color. This doesn't have any markings on it except for that barcode, which might be a serial number or something. Starts with BT201, but this looks an awful lot like a Mitsumi drive. We will see if he works. It won't be too much trouble if he doesn't after we get this drive mounted. Holes line up right there. Need to put a screw in there. And to keep him from flopping around, which, despite the name, they really shouldn't flop around inside the case. We'll put a screw here on the other side. Fairly securely mounted in there. And it should just about what? Okay. That needs to go forward a good bit. Back to the drawing board. All right. About there would probably work. We're going to test fit it with only putting one screw in there. Slide it in from the back. And perfect. Fits out the front just flush like that. Now let's put the other screw in it. Just to get him tacked down. There we go. And we'll put one screw in here just to make sure he doesn't go anywhere. Now, we know this drive works, but he's not matching the theme here. You see? So, what we're going to do, pull that off, and there are two screws here. They're normal Phillips screws. I'm going to take this bezel off, and TAC bezels are almost universal. See, this just comes right off. Has a green lens on the front of it there. You can see from the back side. Got a green LED shines through. But TAC drives are very similar in front design. And I happen to have a dead TAC 360K drive, which comes with a black front. And this should, we're going to give it a try, mount right. I mean, that fits. We're going to have a green LED shining through a red lens, but it'd probably show up a little brown, but I don't much care about that. If it bugs me, I will replace the LED with a red one, probably from the drive that this front came from. But right now, for this purpose, that won't be necessary. Okay, that's mounted on there. Now, this guy. All right. I think that's going to go on there, but it's going to need some finagling. And that is a really small hex really small hex screw right there that holds this lever on. There's two of them. One of them will allow the arm to turn. See where this one was press fit and had a notch in it. Little older design, probably more sturdy as well. See if that's too small. Didn't think I'd find one that's too small. That was a T6 Torx. T7 I think would be the right, because that's T8 and that's not working. Of course I don't have a T7. T5, T6, and T8. That's fantastic. I found the T8 bit. Or T7 rather bit. And put that in position. It's kind of working. Okay. And we'll tighten down this one, which should be in the notch. That doesn't seem to be doing any good. And T6 is definitely too small. That's fun. Okay, it's not a Torx pick. Okay, I found a super tiny hex bit. This is, I can't read what that is, but it seems to be the proper fit. Yep, we'll tighten him down as far as he'll go. It works. And we'll tighten down this other one as far as that'll go too. Now it has a lovely black front, but it is a 1.2 meg drive. Yeah, that looks pretty good, just like that. Looks like, does that take a coarse thread screw? You might. Let's see. Worked just fine. All right. Now we got that front changed. Now we'll pop in this Fujitsu that already has a black front. It looks so nice. And probably heavy. Just putting one screw in each of these drives just to hold them down enough for positioning, because if they don't work after we get everything said and done, I'd like to be able to take them out, you know, easily enough. I think next, this will need an optical drive. Also black fronted. This is a DVD RW drive. Pretty late, but it is IDE. DVD rewriters from HL Data Storage, manufactured July of 2007. Hitachi LG Data Storage. That's what that stands for. All right, made in China. Of course it was. All right, this will use fine threaded screws. All right, I have one space open. That's what these are for. That one looks a little, oh, it looks a little beat up. We'll use the other one. Get my hand in there to position them properly. Maybe. I think it's going. Yeah. There we go. That'll look better once we get it screwed down on the other side. We're not going to do that yet.